Hi there, in today's lesson we're going to look at combinations. It's a way, obviously, a different way that events can occur essentially, alright? So you might be asked to list them, might be asked to identify how many there are, but ultimately it's not as complicated as it initially sounds. You've just got to think about it in terms of what you've got, what information you've got, and how you can kind of put it together. Alright, so this could be potentially an idea of writing down all the possible outcomes, but it might be a case of logically thinking about what those potentials could be, which I'll talk you through about it now. Alright, so obviously, it's better to work methodically and think about what you've got, but each scenario is going to be different. So let's have a look at a very, very straightforward example, but certainly the way to kind of approach it. So you've got sandwiches on either brown, white or seeded, and you can have cheese, ham or tuna, write down a number of possible combinations. Well, logistically, how you should be thinking about it is trying to identify, well, if I've got one type of sandwich, i.e. brown, or one type of bread, then what are the options in terms of that? All right, so if I go for brown bread, for example, then I'm going to have brown with cheese, ham or tuna. All right, so brown, cheese, ham or tuna. And of course, a good way of writing down is to abbreviate it, shorten it, so it's not as kind of complicated. All right, so I've got brown there, my options for brown. Well, I'm going to have the same options for white, and I'm also going to have the same option for seeded. All right, and they're going to essentially be my 9 combinations. They're the only possible outcomes. I've got brown with each of the 2 fillings, or white with each of the fillings, and of course I've got seeded with each of the fillings. So 9 combinations. Now you could argue, well, I could have thought about that a quicker way, is that if you're asked to write them all down, then fair enough, that's what you have to do. But if I asked you how many combinations would be, well, I could have got that quite quickly by thinking that there were 3 options for the first one, there are 3 options for the second one, and actually 3 times 3, you can see it from the grid, therefore there are 9 possible combinations. And I could have got that literally by these 3 of those and these 3 of those. And again, that's something to think about in terms of, rather than writing down every single option, do I need to write down an option? Well, of course, if they ask you to, yes. But ultimately, can I figure out how many they're going to be? And of course, that could be a question by just doing the number of the first one and the number of the second one, and then times the 2 together, and that will give you the different combinations. All right, so that's combinations. Please get yourself to maths-school.co.uk, have a bit of practice on some of those. Thanks for listening.